Okay. Isaac here, and
Aaron.
Go down the line. And these are our guests today.
What are your names, guests?
Bob. No, I'm Nick.
And Brad.
How's it going, Nick and Brad?
Good.
Nice of you to join us today.
Thank you, Aaron.
So we'll start things off with, we were going to do this yesterday, but Aaron wasn't able to join us. And with Nick and Brad and I, it was missing something. So we decided to do it again.
So here I am.
So here, Aaron's with us today. And yesterday we decided we wanted to do a prank every time we do a podcast. So we went and got 4 packages of Jell-O gelatin snack yesterday. And we also went into Pastor Brent's office and acted like we cared about what color he's painting, and really, it wasn't that interesting. I mean, it looks nice. And I just wanted to steal a stapler. So we stole a stapler. We put it in Jell-O. We got some pictures. We're going to put them on the blog also. But and I snuck it back in his office earlier today. Don't know if he's seen it yet. So he's got this big Jell-O mold with a stapler in it on his desk right now. But so we'll see what happens. So we'll know more for next week, and we got to figure out. So if you have any ideas for a podcast or for a prank to do on a future podcast, let us know. And just something we could do to one of the other pastors, that would be awesome.
Preferably Brent.
Preferably Brent, yeah, or Joe.
Or Joe, yeah.
We might be able to get away with
No,
something.
Joe's a newbie. We gotta do something to, welcome him.
Initiate him.
Yeah, some sort of initiation. Yeah. Let him know who's working with you.
So, guys, I have something that's been on my mind that I wanted to talk about.
Uh-oh.
Violence in video games and how it's corrupting our youth. Now, Brad, Nick, I know you two both play video games, correct?
Yeah.
What do you think about, do you think video games corrupt your morals?
Well, I think maybe, like, when you're younger, you're still learning stuff and you're more susceptible to that stuff. But once you're a teenager, I don't think it affects you as much.
And this is what we call the common teenagers think they know everything mentality.
Mm-hmm.
My mom said I had it, too. I don't think I did. What about you, Nick?
I think basically the same. I think that, some games, really graphic M-rated games, aren't that good, even for adults. Because they're, really bad.
So what do you guys think? Because I kind of going around with this on, how when you're a child, your parents won't let you watch certain movies and stuff. What is it that changes as we get older that makes it okay for us to watch those movies?
Well, I think that maybe we understand more that it's not real and it's just acting. Or with video games, it's not real. It's all computer generated. And after a certain age, you kind of lose your innocence anyways.
So, because with TV, let's say, we have an antenna, so we get 8 channels. 7 of them are Adventist channels that are snooze, put you to sleep, boring. But it's brutal.
Yeah.
So nothing against Adventist, really, but you boring. So there's things on TV I don't let my girls watch because it's morally, not good things for them to watch. So why do we, as we get older, we start allowing us to watch things that aren't morally, aligned with what we as Christians would believe?
Probably because when we're older, we have more of our morals that we believe in and stuff that we have set up. So it's not as easy to change those.
Yeah, we have more control over our morals and what we think is good and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And little kids, they just kind of do what they see.
Monkey see, monkey do.
Monkey see, that's true. Yeah. What do you think, Aaron?
I think I like watching stuff like that because it's like a life that I'll never be able to lead or have. So I want to see some cool dude who like has a life I've always wanted, but I would never do that. So, and when you get older, your dreams and fantasies become more stronger, and you just like you got to watch it to relieve that factor. I think there's some psychology word that is used to describe that. I don't know what it is yet, but
demented maybe.
That's what I think.
All right. We'll
talk later. Thank you for asking.
So that brings me to Columbine.
What about Columbine?
I don't know.
You think that guy played a lot of violent video games?
I'm sure
they did. That's what happened. That's what they said happened. They put out some video games and then they took it out on their school.
His parents obviously had no involvement in his life. You know, he probably got beat up at school and made fun of all the time. No one stuck up for him. So, have you guys ever stuck up for someone at school?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Maybe. Yeah.
I had this friend named Ben Gust, and Ben, if you watch this by chance, hi. Ben got made fun of a lot in 5th grade by a select number of guys, and I was a scrawny little guy, but I got multiple fights for Ben because he couldn't or didn't really stand up for himself. And I'm not saying fighting is a way to stand up for someone, but at least I think if we're willing as Christians to stand up for someone and show them that somebody cares, then maybe we can lower that risk of them going buck wild crazy and shooting up a joint.
That's true.
Yeah.
And it happens, or at least go buck wild crazy on themselves and doing something destructive, or at least to themselves.
Like playing rated M video games.
We're playing video games nonstop.
I'm playing them at all.
But what Brad said earlier, I mean, playing like M-rated video games as far as shooting and stuff could be very beneficial to your reflexes because it's got a good hand-eye coordination thing. That's good.
It gives you a heightened sense of smell.
Yeah, definitely.
It's all that Counter-Strike.
Yep. Yeah.
So is that all about video games?
I think that's it.
Good movies.
And movies. So, what are you guys doing for New Year's? Any big plans?
Small LAN party at my house.
Oh yeah, the one I wasn't invited to. Forgot.
I'm working.
I quit.
The reason why Ike isn't invited is because he's going to be gone.
No, he didn't even invite me. He didn't even know I was leaving town.
I did too.
I see where I stand.
Party hops at hospitals at New Year's. Trust me. It's fun. Babies get born.
So, all right. Well, I think that's it for this week.
Be careful with what you watch.
Stay in
If you know of any pranks, write in pastor.ike@gmail.com and let us know what we should do. Any ideas, all are welcome. If you have any questions or things you want us to talk about, pastor.ike@gmail.com. No.
Are we doing it again?
No.
Yes, sir. Right, Tom?